right, guys, I am still on a high from my NBA champion, New York Knicks. But this is a shaving channel, or a lot of the content is shaving content. So I'm going to do a shave today. Maybe I'll do a goatee. Yeah, we'll do the goatee today. But I'm going to be shaving with another limited edition razor. This is the DSC Dollar Shave Club Call of Duty Warzone. In-game content inside. So if you're a gamer, this is a razor you can't pass up. Beautiful razor.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Dude. I probably got this at a Walmart. Somewhere outside of New York. I love Walmart. Everywhere I go to Walmart. And sometimes you get these great razors. So I'm going to do a little unbox, and then we'll go with a Call of Duty shave for all you gamer fans out there. I'll unbox, I'll do a little goatee shave, and we'll get out of here. All right, let's pull this out, and let's take a look. All right, so here is the handle. It's got a nice orange stripe. It's a solid, hard plastic handle, but it's got some rubber nibs over here. That's very, very nice. Got the Call of Duty logo there. In the kit, comes with 2 blades. I'll click in and come out with a very nice 6-bladed cart. It's got the lube strip up top. It's got a jazzy kind of wavy rubber guide here. You've got some bumper controls on the side. It's got a slim form factor, guys, which is nice. It lets you get up into those nooks and crannies around the sensitive bits. It lets you sculpt the goatee, which is going to be good for this shave. It also has a precision trimmer on the back here. So if you were edging or trimming, this is perfect for that. Pivoting head, nice mechanical pivot. Call of Duty. Now in the box, it comes with some in-game content. I'm not going to use it, so if you want to be the first to grab this link, if it's connected to what I purchased. If not, just grab it if you're into Call of Duty Warzone. All right, so let's get cracking. I'm gonna wet the face, and I'm gonna do a cool shave today. I've been hearing a lot about cool shaves. To me, that's kind of counterintuitive. I was always taught that you needed to soften the beard with warmth, get the bristles soft, get the skin, the pores ready. But lots of people are doing cool shaves, so we're gonna go with the cool shave today. I'm gonna be using Gillette Foam Mousse, my favorite, and I'm getting low on this, guys. Getting low. We'll see what happens. All right, so to do the goatee, I'm gonna paint on where I want to shave and how I want that goatee to look. I'm gonna leave a little room down here to let it grow long, if I want to do that. Probably not, but we'll do some variety here. And what I mean by a foundation or let it grow long is if you wanted a man-style beard or goatee, you need a foundation for that hair to grab onto. So I'm gonna start it out right, just in case I want to continue with that look. And I've painted it a little bit too much on this side. So I'm gonna wipe it away and redo it. All right, there you go. There you go. All right. Remember, a cool shave. We'll see if I like a cool shave. So now that I'm a couple of weeks away from the vigor and rigor of the championship, I can give you my thoughts, nice, on the teams the players, people I was impressed with, and some shit I really wasn't impressed with. So I tend to be a positive guy for the most part. So let's talk about the positives. Let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs. You know, I watched them play throughout the playoffs. And to be honest with you guys, I really like that fucking team. I really like the team. I think they have the makings of a great, great team. I love Vassell. My man is fearless. He brings a calm to things. He's seasoned. He's a man. He's not one of these youngsters running around. And he can hit that three and just brings a lot of energy and composure to what they do. Stephon Castle, what can I say? He's going to be a problem. I mean, he's already a problem. Athletic, rugged. Just, I think he's got issues with his hairstyle. But other than that, I mean, he is solid. Plays great D. And just, the sky is the limit. Dylan Harper, another young dude. He's a rookie and just took off, especially in the playoffs. So I have a lot of respect for that team. Now, Wembanyama, different story. He kind of wore on me. You know, I've seen this before. I've seen this before, guys. Remember, I'm an old dude. I've watched the days of Michael Jordan. I've watched Larry Bird flying around. I've watched LeBron James when he came into the league. Wembanyama, to me, has been anointed way, way, way early, in my opinion. He's the next best thing. I know he's freakish in his height and his agility, but there's a lot of holes in his game to be considered the face of the league. Now, don't get me wrong. He does bring it, and he is impressive. He does some things that you probably have never seen before. You've never seen before. But he's arrogant. At least that's how I feel. And a little, he's got a little bit of a, I don't know. He's not my favorite. But the rest of the team really, really impressed me. And coming out of the West, I think they did a great job. All right. The Knicks, obviously, you know I love the Knicks. And my man, Jalen Brunson, proved all the naysayers wrong. Proved all the naysayers wrong about who he is. But you know what? It's not going away, guys. He's always talked about as a small guard. Stop talking about him as being a small guard. Just talk about him as being a great basketball player, because that's what he is. Can't say enough about the New York Knicks roster. Josh Hart, my favorite player. Love Josh Hart. The heart and soul of the team. Gotta love him. Brings energy every day. Let's talk about OG Anunoby. You know, years ago, I made fun of OG when he played for the Raptors. I was making fun of his name, and then he was traded to the Knicks. And I love him. He is the X factor for the team. Cat stepped up big time towards the end of the season. You got to remember, he was a number one pick. He is a lottery pick, a thoroughbred in the NBA circles, and he really proved it outplayed Victor Wembanyama, in my opinion, throughout the series. And proved he was a threat. You know, they put action and exposed Wembanyama's tendencies. And you need, I think, to battle the Spurs, you need a team that has a big man who can snap off a three, or at least put that fear into the Spurs' mind and make Wemby work a little bit harder. And Cat did that. We got Mikal Bridges, my man. He not only scores, defends, plays every day, but he does a hell of a Instagram live, especially when he's drinking a little bit. So that and the rest of the team, guys. Landry, Shamet, Deuce. The playoff run was incredible. And we can't forget Mitch Robinson. Mitch Robinson is the longest tenured Knick, and he finally got a ring. So hats off to my New York Knicks. Let's talk about the NBA. I'm not feeling the NBA right now. They do a lot of questionable stuff. And, you know, it always seems to affect my team. I think the officiating in the finals was horrible. I'm going to be right out there. I think that games 1 and games 2 were preordained to be Spurs wins. And I think the NBA got called out on it because the Knicks won those 2 games. You see, they wanted this to be a long series, and they wanted the anointed one, the preordained face of the NBA. They wanted him to have a shot, more than a shot. And if you're unbiased and you didn't see the way the calls were so lopsided up front, and you could probably track it in all the series. And that's disappointing to me. It's also disappointing that every 5th commercial, probably more like every 3rd commercial, is a gambling commercial. The NBA is in bed with gambling apps, and I'm just not in love with that. Not in love with it. So, you know, those are my raw thoughts on the NBA as a whole. A championship run, if you think about it. One for the history books. The Knicks really 16-3. Yeah, they really played. They put it in another gear. And I'm super excited about what next year brings. I'm super excited about what next year brings. So here we go. A nice goatee shave. And I'm going to put the NBA to bed. And I'm not going to bore you guys unless you like this. And if you do, let me know. But my thoughts on this razor. DSC does a great job. They're very economical, plenty sharp, smooth, nick-free, cut-free, irritation-free. Took care of a week-long stubble without much to do. Was able to sculpt this nice goatee. I could get in here on the precision trimmer and sculpt it a little bit more. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'll wear this goatee proud tomorrow. And I'll come back in a few days and give you another shave with another product. But leave a comment below. Do you want me to keep the goatee, let it grow, or shave it off in the next one? And also, do you like the NBA content? And are you looking at the World Cup? The other day, I was missing sports so bad. I watched the U.S. against, I think it was Australia, and that was a great win, 2-0. And, you know, I just came away in awe of all of the running and the rough play, the crashes, the headbutts, and just how physical football or soccer is. So maybe I'll watch some more World Cup. Are you into the World Cup? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And I will see you clowns next time. But in the meantime, you know what to do. Keep pushing play. Let's go, Knicks. And roll the music.
Roll the music.
Dude.
Took it like a shot, thought that I could chase you with glory. But a couple years brought it down until